Welcome everyone to Frame 43 of Gutterball. It's the show with hot questions and even hotter wings. We got a wonderful guest, Ricky and Jack, joining us, as well as our co-host Paul. I'm gonna go by Jax in this cast and Jack as Jack, and no confusion there. How's everyone feeling tonight? How you guys doing?
Good. Doing well.
Spicy.
Yeah. I like to hear it.
Spicy.
What's new? What's hot off the press, guys?
50 boxing classes.
There you go. How's that been going?
It's been good. It's been good. It's been good.
How long have you been there then? 3 months?
I started January 9th, so yeah, 3 months now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Is that why you're wearing a tank top to show off, or?
Yeah,
no, it's a million degrees in my home. It's bad, dude. It's 87 degrees out right now. Okay. And we just got our AC units installed, but like this room, like where my office is just notorious for just getting hot in the summer. So like I have to leave the door open, but when I do the show, I close it. So like that's why I had a fan going to try to get it cool in here, but also to show off these bad boys. But also like, you know, it's bad. I'm gonna roast. By the end, my face is just gonna be like red, like just peeling.
To be dripping.
You want me to be dripping?
Yeah, the whole cast. We should do it in a sauna.
Dude, we should do the show from a sauna.
Yeah, that would be
try
fun.
to get the equipment in
starts
there.
to melt.
Wet.
The camera starts to drip. Like the
Yeah,
You gotta put Vaseline on the lens.
Yeah. Anyways,
87 down there, huh? Must be nice. It's nice living
it's
there.
not.
Is it that consistently now?
It was the last 3 days, but then like of course this weekend, Saturday is supposed to rain all day and be 50 degrees, and Sunday it's supposed to be 40 and we're supposed to get snow.
Yeah, I saw it. We are too.
87's too hot for April.
It's
hot.
The coolest part is there's
hot.
just no snow anywhere anymore. These last 3 days of being like over 80, there's snows are already just completely gone. Like it's not even like spring. Like it's not wet. It's just dry now. Like everything is absolutely gone. It's kind of weird. It's it went from like we literally like a week ago had a day where it was like 30 degrees and there was still snow on the ground, and now everything's gone.
It's all the chemtrails and the cloud busting. That's the problem.
Fluoride.
Yeah, right. They're making us all gay. That's the problem.
1 out of 4 is a statistic. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, man. Honestly.
I watched a movie a couple weeks ago in chunks because like now that I get up early and like make breakfast, I just like I don't know, I throw on a random movie and just kind of watch it in bits throughout the week. And I watch probably like I'm not really into like horror movies at all, like because to be a horror fan, you have to weed through just tons of shit movies to find good horror movies. You know, in my opinion, there's like a very small subsection of actually like good horror films. And I watched Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and it was fucking horrible, dude. But it was also like kind of terrifying, but like it was pretty bad. But like Pooh and Piglet, like basically like the premise of it is like Christopher Robin, you know, the kid, goes off to college, right? And this is like the beginning like intro. He goes off to college, and when he goes off to college, like they didn't know how to fend for themselves, like Pooh, Piglet, and all of them. And so they're in the cave, and like they had like a drought, and there was no food, and so they like Piglet and Pooh ate all the other ones, like Eeyore, and I think, and like cannibalized them. And ever since then, they were like murdering people and eating them. And he comes back from college, and they like murder his wife because he brings like her to meet them, and it's honestly, and then like these college girls go there, and he's just murdering all of them with a sledgehammer. It was honestly like the most terrible movie I've ever seen. It had a horrible ending. It was bad. But like the scariest part was like they were like putting them like into like a composter thing and like making their blood into honey and like fucking drinking it. It was fucking satanic, dude.
That sounds pretty satanic.
Yeah.
What the hell? God damn.
It was
Rubber, was it called?
Is that the rubber? Is that technically a horror movie?
Tire.
The one with the tire?
Yeah.
That's scary.
Did you
man.
watch that?
It's real life.
Yeah, I have.
I've seen bits and pieces.
Was it good?
No.
No. I think
It's a
one of the
4-hour
ending
film.
shots, yeah, they end it where it's just in a pool laying down. It's going like dun 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 dun. I think that's how like I don't know if there's a Rubber too, but I remember that specifically just ending like that, and like they got him.
You know, I'm surprised it didn't spike like a bunch of horror movies with random inanimate objects like a lamp or some shit.
That was a thing?
No, I'm just saying, like, what if there was just lamp,
yeah.
you know?
Well, you guys could do a movie night for like what was it, ABC's Violence or something. Have you seen that or heard of it?
I have not.
It's basically they go through the whole alphabet, but I believe each letter is a different producer. I don't know where exactly comes from, but there's just some weird ones. I'm gonna ruin it, but like I think one of them N was for nuke. Another one was like I don't know, like a daycare or like a hospital being flooded with blood, and you just try to guess the words before they pop up at the end.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't say it's there's like a Futanari scene at the end, I think, but something with the Z or X, I don't know.
What's this movie called again? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna
ABC's in that.
watch
That's
later.
what it's
All
called.
right, cool. Heard that. I got her.
And I think
later.
Yeah, well, they're also Nazis, so watch out on that.
I'll take a Nazi.
Yeah, right.
So with the weather also like rising down here, crime has upticked exponentially. The latest news is like literally not like 5 miles from me in like Uptown. There are just illegal street races going on. Like people just fucking closing off the roads with cones and shit late at night and just fucking beaming it down the road as fast as they can. Like there's videos all over TikTok. There's a Facebook page called Memeapolis that just keeps posting like all the drag races and shit. Like people in shit boxes and stuff just being super dangerous and reckless. The cops like really don't have a hold on it, but I don't know. I've been thinking like, man, if I could soup up the Buick and put a supercharger on it, just go down there and I only race for pink slips, you know? Like
yeah.
You'll see
pretty metal.
This grandma car just pulls on them.
Well, I mean, like, it's better that they're doing that than mugging uptick, I guess. You know, but it's still somewhat dangerous.
That's also happening a lot more, and also like
Is it?
shootings are. There are just people like that just drive by and just like dump rounds into like the apartment complexes, like at the colleges. Like that's happened a couple times this winter, and now into spring, like I guess it's just getting worse. Like as the weather gets warmer, because now they can just do whatever the fuck they want, and it's hot out.
Sounds great.
You have a
Sounds
no
like a great place
pursuit
to live.
clause.
What did you say?
I said if you have a no pursuit clause.
Yep, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of.
Goddamn.
I mean, don't quote me on this, but I think like they can't in the city of Minneapolis, they can't pull you over for tinted windows anymore because it's profiling. They can't pull you over for out lights because it's profiling. They can really only like pull you over for reckless driving or like speeding. And like that, like everything else now is like even expired tabs, bro. Like I'm not even going to try and dox my neighbor, but his tabs are from like in 2019. He parks on the road. Nothing happens. No tickets, nothing. Like it's
like, what do you mean by profiling? Like racial profiling? Is that
yeah,
type what you mean?
Yeah, like just or it's like profiling at all. So like they just can't they can't pull you over for that anymore. Like it's not like a probable cause for them to like, hey, you should make sure your windows aren't like limo tinted. Because well, honestly, I think it's kind of
I don't really care about that.
I don't care about tint. I think it's I mean in the southern states they're allowed to have it because of how goddamn hot it gets. Like you have to have
That's
tinted
true.
windows down there.
Leather
like
seats.
your water bottle will just like set your car on fire, you know?
Yeah, honestly. Interesting. That's no good. Yeah, no surprise there. No surprise why that's happening down there.
Yeah,
It's
I know.
great.
And
What was that?
Mayor's an
What's
idiot.
that one place you were telling me? Was it Detroit where like if you walk over there, the cops will tell you to get out? Like, why are you here?
No, well,
Where
it's
was
close to
that?
Detroit. It's it's in where is it,
Virginia
man?
or
It's in
something?
Missouri. What's the bad
Oh,
city
okay.
in Missouri?
Yeah,
St.
I
Louis.
feel like it's morphing into that. St. Louis.
Yeah,
there
so
you
like
go.
there's one side of St. Louis, I think it's East St. Louis, where like if you go over, like they just have cops patrol like posted up everywhere, like over there,
Mhm.
right? Because there's just always crime, like low income, and fucking like if you literally like go over there, the cops will just be like, you shouldn't be here, like please leave, like you will get mugged or shot.
Yeah.
Like
We don't want to carry your fucking body out.
they're like, why are you here? Like they'll just literally say that to you, like what do you don't drive through here.
Hey, that's a
Avoid.
nice car. What are you doing here?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Man, that's dangerous. Kind of fucked up. Country's fucked up. That's a problem.
The country's
Country's
really
gone to
fucked up. What's going on with the U.S. dollar? Does anybody know what's going on with the U.S. dollar? Ricky, do you know what's going on?
I
with the
heard
US
some
dollar?
things.
The country's
Being
pretty fucked.
tested.
It's being tested out
Being tested.
in a lab.
Oh, that's this novel virus. It's crazy. You'll never see coming. No, the dollar's being tested. It's kind of China and Russia. There's this thing called the BRICS alliance, and it stands for all the countries in it. I think it's Brazil, Russia, India, China,
Okay.
and I can't remember. South Africa maybe is the S. I can never remember the S. But this alliance that they made relatively recently, and of recent, they've all decided that they're going to not trade in U.S. dollar, not buy in U.S. dollar anymore. They're gonna mostly try to use the yuan.
What is yuan?
That's the Chinese.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
it's the Chinese currency,
It's not
and it's a
shekels.
no, it's
Little coins,
Israel.
bag of coins.
But it's a big deal because they started buying oil in yuan, and buying oil in that. Oil is what props up the dollar. The dollar isn't based in anything. So the danger is that this new reserve currency that they're trying to make in China and Russia is going to be based off of, they got a ton of precious metals in China and Russia, but China alone
Yeah.
has all the precious metals you need in the world, like a vast majority of them to make any kind of electronic. It's crazy. They have everything.
What do
and
we
so
have?
they want to
Do we have
base.
anything cool?
We
Textiles.
have guns.
We have guns. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guns,
We have guns.
food,
We have
got some
guns, and that's
oil.
what's going to save us.
Rights,
But
privileges.
their currency is going to be based in precious metals, basically. And ours is based in debt. Ours is based in, well, this many people borrowed the dollar, so if we collapse, they collapse. That's pretty much where we're at. So I think the dollar's safe because we're still the biggest military in the world by far.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Most trained.
and
most
Russia,
equipped.
Anyone
yeah.
can join the whatever their alliance is called though, too.
BRICS, yeah. Well, India being in it with China is pretty spooky because those two, if they decided to stop being like a pseudo first world country, could be pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But you know,
Well, yeah, didn't China just broker a deal with the Middle East as well, like Iran and stuff like that? So
yeah,
that's not good either.
yeah. Iran and Saudi Arabia
Mhm.
are friendly to each other now for the first time in like, I don't know, last 100 years. And it's because China's just being like, hey, what if you chilled and I gave you a bunch of money? And they're like, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Meanwhile, we're like, hey, calm down.
Yeah, we're gonna level you
And
out.
for some reason, they don't react well to that.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I don't understand.
So
You don't
I
like
think
us
the
going
dollar's
in there?
yeah. Government overthrow? What do you mean?
Well,
But,
We haven't
the
done
U.S.
that
dollar, I
before.
think, is going to be safe
Okay.
for a while. But this is the biggest test that it'll have because we can't just kill them. So there's been reserve currencies that have popped up before, that have tried to pop up, and we literally, like, have you ever heard of Muammar Gaddafi?
Oh yeah.
He's dead because he tried to make a reserve currency for Africa. He wasn't even that bad of a leader, actually, but we killed him.
He just leveled their whole place. One missile.
Yeah.
See you later, buddy. That was it. No
Yeah,
chance.
carpet bomb it. It's gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Obama. Fire all
Libya
the
used to be a good
drones.
country. It used to be like safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Green Book, Madar Coffee. I think that's what it is. The Green Book is like his like currency, like how it explained it and stuff. His Bible, I guess.
He was smart. He for his people, he gave them all houses. If they got married and were gonna have a kid, you get a house, and then
Mm-hmm.
it was just the country was good. And he's like, oh, by the way, the continent of Africa has like a shit ton of gold, like a crazy, and all the diamonds.
Yeah.
What if we made a currency and weren't so dependent on the Americans, didn't have to bend to their will? And so we went, what if you died?
What do you think about that?
So, but we can't kill Xi Jinping and Putin.
No.
We're not gonna. But we'll see. Maybe we'll come back in 3 years and be like, Rick was stupid.
Yeah.
well,
They're hanging
you-
by the telephone line.
have you seen all those documents leaked? I think they just arrested the person that did that, and he was like, I don't know if it was Coast Guard or something with, I don't know if it was the Guard or Coast Guard, but they arrested him. He was like in his 20s or something.
The Ukraine thing.
Wait, what did he do?
There's in the last couple of days, there's a huge, there's like I don't know how many pages, but there's a big leak of what basically America's doing around the world on how we're doing like tabletop games with Ukraine, how we're spying on the whole world, even though
Oh, I heard
everyone
about
kind
this,
of
yeah.
knew that.
Yeah.
We know how to like infiltrate Russia's systems if that's like them gonna launch missiles, communications, everything. We like know it before they send the call and the caller picks up. So
Interesting.
Yeah, maybe in 3 years it'll be like World War III and we'll be doing Gutterball from the trenches because I'll still do it. Like I'll just wear like a GoPro.
Trenches,
Yeah, live.
Yeah,
We're
I
doing
don't give a
Gutterball
fuck.
live from the trenches.
You
I
think
think they
care?
said World War III almost started 6 times last year. The only instance I can kind of remember was a Russian fighter jet was going to fire a missile off at a British fighter jet because he misheard what the operations person told him, but the missile got stuck or something. That was just like 1 out of 6 times. It was like, fuck it, we're going to start this.
Why can't everybody just be cool?
Let's just all like smoke a bong together, boys.
Just come on, guys. Smoke some hash, chill out a little bit.
I just think Putin and that Zelensky guy just need to hang out, rip a bong, play some video games together.
They just need a kiss. Get it over with.
Yeah,
we know what they want.
Putin's got a crush.
Yeah, he probably does.
Film it, put on OnlyFans. I'll buy it. I'll watch it. You know, there you go. Simple.
I'll be there. I've been there since day one, baby.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
The most donations in the world of Putin and Zelensky sex tape. Like the top grossing OnlyFans content.
Yeah.
They're just 20 minutes arguing who's going to be the bottom. You'll be bottom.
Nah.
No. I see what you did there.
That'd be great. I'd watch it. I don't lie, I'd watch it.
Yeah.
Putin would be bottom. He likes judo.
Yeah. Yeah, he
He's
does.
so swollen now. He's like, I've been preparing.
He also likes Steven Seagal.
Yeah, I
He's a
know. It's
big fan.
retarded.
Yeah, what the fuck?
All those Steven Seagal. I mean, I know this has been like talked about everywhere, especially on Cumtown podcasts. But Steven Seagal movies, all of them, like he's out of shape and he's just some badass sniper or like ex-Navy guy every time. He doesn't really do anything physical. He's like sitting in a chair half the time.
Yeah,
he has only one-liners because he can't read.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. He's fucking fake martial arts. Isn't he also a Buddhist as well? Am I remembering that wrong? What is he?
It's
something weird. I'm pretty sure he is. Either way, I don't know if you guys heard about the Dalai Lama. Any of you guys hear about this?
Kiss my tongue.
Yeah.
Kiss my tongue, little boy.
What?
That's pretty cursed. You see that, Paul?
No.
The Dalai Lama on live TV asked a very young child to suck his tongue.
After the child didn't want to kiss him.
Which is like way back when, hundreds of years ago, it was a Tibetan greeting. But then again, they also weren't doing it with kids hundreds of years ago either. So it's a little weird, dude. On live television, he's on blast, Paul. Like, it's bad.
I don't like that shit. He should be on blast. What the fuck's wrong with that guy?
It's pretty cursed.
Who is the Dalai Lama? He's got a stupid ass name.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what he's about. I know he's like the reincarnation of a god or some shit like that. Something like
religion.
That. Yeah, religion. I don't know, but that's pretty gross.
Yeah,
Full blast on
I don't know, man. I'm pretty certain that if you hit him with buckshot, he's not a god anymore.
Yeah,
I don't think he's coming back from
pretty
that.
certain.
You hit him, he's like, see, I'm okay. Oh.
Isn't he old too?
Suck my tongue.
Oh, he's very old. He's a very old man. You don't even need buckshot. You just push him over. He's gone. See you later.
So in other news, we haven't covered the Trump indictment or the Supreme Court justice thing. Which one do you guys want to do first?
That's up to you. I like both of them.
Okay, so Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. This is also kind of old news by about a week, but we didn't cover it last week. He basically like violated the financial disclosure law for for people in the Supreme Court where like certain gift over set amount or from gift, right? Or whatever from like supporters or people donating like has to be reported somewhat officially to some extent. And he's basically just been like getting these free vacations and trips, him and his wife. From like what is it like super conservative, I don't know, some super rich guy, and basically now he's like under I don't think anything's gonna really happen to him, but also like what do you guys think of that? Like, do you guys think
explain that one more time? Because
I'm not the best at explaining it. So like this Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas, who has been known for being extremely conservative, like basically like he's been donated gifts or trips or vacations from a supporter. Yeah, bribes is what you could almost say, right? Like,
yeah.
Okay, and so, but like it's kind of, I don't know. It's almost like from what I read, it's almost a gray area too, because it's like there's some very strict rules where they have to report it and they don't have to. It's like, what do you consider a gift? Is a vacation a gift? Like, I don't know, you know? What do you think about that, Rick?
that he's gonna get away with it completely.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I don't even know if I'm like upset about it because it is like sly and whatever sneaky, but also it blows my mind that people are all of a sudden like in shock that a Supreme Court justice is wealthy.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so to get there, you have to be a lawyer,
Yep.
and then you have to be a lawyer for a certain amount of time, and then be a judge. And it's not like judges get paid less than lawyers. So you make a shit ton of money, you make a shit ton more money, and then you become Supreme Court justice, and they're like, he's hanging out with millionaires. What the hell? I'm like, yeah, that's his peer group.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is it safe to assume that the didn't Biden appointed a Supreme Court official, right? Didn't he?
I think
I
he
have no
got
idea.
Some lady?
I think he got one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
Can't
would
remember.
she's probably Democratic, I would assume. Where does that is the Supreme Court still vastly conservative
Yes.
then? It is.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
really?
it's a
I thought it was the
majority.
other way. Interesting.
No, it's no. Roe v. Wade would be intact if there was even an even split. It's a strong majority Republican because Trump got to appoint 3. I'm pretty sure.
Damn.
And Clarence
Okay.
Thomas has been there for a long time. I know 2 for sure because it was Brett Kavanaugh, the guy who like blubbered on stage. Was like, I did Weber. And then there was there was that one bitch who like didn't know the Constitution. Um, and I
Hey,
can't
man.
remember the third one because there was one at the very beginning because Obama got blue balled at the end of his term. There was like 8 months left in his term. A Supreme Court justice dies, and Obama's like, okay, well, I'm going to appoint a new one. My job. And Mitch McConnell's like, nah, I don't know. What if we wait till the next election? And then, of course, Trump comes in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I remember that.
Yeah.
Nice.
But it's still super conservative. But he's going to get away with it. I don't know. I don't think it's that surprising.
No. It's not.
Like his wife is ultra conservative and super active in it.
yeah.
Right? So I don't know why he's acting like he always has, and
She's
all of a sudden
also
he
like a
goes on. I
troll.
mean, she's an absolute troll. She's huge. It's
Yeah.
crazy. she's snoo. But but I don't like him. I actively dislike him. I think he's kind of destroying the system that he's in. But I don't think what he did is going to get him in trouble, or should it? Because those are also just his friends. It's like Paul. If I was a politician and you were a millionaire cyber guy, right? And I had some time off and I go hang out at your villa, all of a sudden it's illegal. I'm like, well, he's
Yeah.
already my friend. This is dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's wealthy. Is that a
They're gonna have a hard time proving it, even though he's under blast. It's just gonna be something people forget about.
Yeah. I already
think
forgot about it.
I
So
just think
there you
also
go.
they're looking for anything to disbench
Yes.
any Republican Supreme Court member they possibly can right now, especially him, because he's had some pretty wild things he's said in the last few years, ever since the Roe v. Wade overturn, and even before
Yeah, he's
that.
gone against. I mean, it's gone rogue. The whole point of the Supreme Court is to rule on precedent and then just rule in favor of the Constitution. So they did the opposite of both when they overturned Roe v. Wade and a bunch of other stuff,
Mm.
which is just crazy. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
the pendulum will swing.
Yeah,
Doesn't
go ahead,
matter.
Jack.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, I can definitely see that side. And I think again, it's the same matter of like any is it sensationalist news where they just want to get something out, like they want to like attack someone with some sort of like offense, but they just get like maybe like the top layer, which isn't illegal, but maybe behind the scenes he is getting millions of dollars, which we don't know. But why not start the manhunt now and give the man. I'm not saying he did do it, but time to do whatever he needs to. But yeah, I agree. Like if I was a politician and again had a friend that was basically a billionaire, I mean, besides giving me just money, but he's like, you want to go on my super yacht? I'd be like,
Right.
no, of course not. And then
Yeah, I
run to
don't
the
wanna do
super
that.
yacht. Yeah. Vlog the whole thing. What's up, pores?
Yeah, like very rarely do rich people hang out with poor people or vice versa. Like it's everybody kind of stays to their cliques. I mean, like,
yeah, well,
True.
yeah, it's very true.
um,
Look at us, bunch of poor losers. I'm just kidding.
yeah, look at us.
Just kidding.
Get me out of
Everything's
here.
relative.
Everything's
Yeah.
relative. Yes.
Yeah, no, I do want to blow up and then just act like I don't know nobody.
Like, rap. Dude, did you hear his new country song?
Oh, it's God. That was a fucking suffer through. I'm not gonna lie. I
It
did not
wasn't
like
even
it.
that bad. Did you hear his country
That was
song?
bad.
No.
It's called "Ain't
No.
Giving Up My Truck," dude.
Yeah,
You
I
should
Ain't
listen
Giving
to
Up
it
My
after
Truck.
this, dude.
How that don't sit here straight face and tell me that's not bad.
I don't think it's that bad.
It's
Oh
not.
my god.
It's
I'm
literally
sorry,
funny.
Kraft.
it's just a modern country song.
I have a feeling that Jackson's right on this. I don't know why.
I think he's right. I think he's right.
You know what is good? Snow White and the 7 grams. That's my favorite. That's hard.
That's
I will.
hard.
I think he was. Oh, go ahead. Whoever.
What was that?
Anyway, I was gonna say I think he was on Theo Vaughn, the guy's
Oh, yeah, yeah.
podcast,
Yeah.
and one of my favorite. I didn't watch it, but one of my favorite clips is he's like, "God damn, I'm sweating like a fat bitch with a gazoon-tight stuck in her."
What the fuck?
I was like, "What the fuck? That's sick."
That's pretty funny.
He
Yeah,
literally.
is that the one where they dress up as each other and they look exactly the same?
Yeah,
It's
I was
pretty
exa-
funny,
I
yeah.
think so.
He literally like got big like rapping about nothing. Like it,
Oh,
like
exactly.
and but now like he's actually like making some songs that have so I don't know. I feel like he just makes whatever the fuck he wants, and that's what you got to respect
Yeah.
about him. It's like, oh, I want to make a song that's about nothing, and then I want to make a song that actually like has some sense to it. Now he's making a goddamn country song, and the music video is just him with a bunch of jacked up trucks and women. He's got a mullet. It's pretty good.
He's living his best life. Yeah.
I love the
His
$1
song-
million mullet.
The $1 million mullet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
dude.
great. His song with Bones is pretty good.
That song is very like underground. Like not a lot of people
Yeah,
know they
very
ever did a
underground.
song together.
Well, same with Fat Nick and Germ, and there's a couple other people I can't remember, but he's done a lot with different people.
He did stuff with Fat Nick and Germ.
Yeah,
I
they have a
didn't
song
know.
together. It's actually Germ's hardest verse, dude. Germ just goes in for like a minute. It's really good. Like, listen to it. It's not bad.
Check it out.
Super good.
Well, speaking of like concerts, Jackson and I got a few coming up here. Ricky, I know you don't like concerts. Jack, do you like going to concerts?
I'm trying to think if passed out at one. The first one I was ever invited to was by my aunt because I mostly have girl cousins, and it was to One Direction, which I wish I went to,
What do
but
you
I
mean?
didn't want to.
Which one did you pass out at? One Direction?
Let me finish my story.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Whoa,
That
whoa,
one.
whoa.
No, I was at the Target field. I'm trying to forget, or I'm trying to remember. It was
Nickelback.
no, I think it was the Backstreet Boys or NSYNC in like 2018 or something.
Both
I just got
equally horrible.
Oh, absolutely. So I had like a fucking Snapple bottle and a half of just rum. I'm sitting there, just instantly passed out when the whole thing started. They wheeled me to the little, like emergency tent. And you're like, okay. I'm like, oh, yeah. I did."
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, get out of here. Slap me on the ass, and like the concert was over.
They gave
I
you
thought it
a,
was-
they gave you a free drink ticket.
Well, I thought that I was gonna get in
Glad
trouble
about
at
it.
some point because I
Yeah.
think I was underage at that point. But I was like, they're like, just get out of here. We don't really care. It's our break. I was like, all right. Police officer reached for his gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How come all the cops' service weapons have a glowing aura around them now?
Yeah, what's up with that? Get rid of it.
It's your tax refund just saying, grab me, take it.
It's not my fault when I do.
Yeah.
They told me to.
They told me to.
Yeah, no, we got a few concerts lined up. We probably got Puya coming up the end of April, Bones, and then Black Dahlia, back to back Bones and Black Dahlia. So it's gonna be good.
That's going to
Good
be an
times.
awful couple days for me because the concerts are very high energy. So what? I'm going to
Yeah.
Bones first, and the next day going to a metal show, Black
Yeah,
Dahlia
dude,
Murder.
I'm gonna be
Like,
so
it's-
tired. Yeah.
yeah, I'm going to be wrecked, but I'll pace myself. It'll be a good time. Who's all going to the Puya concert? So it's Tara Reid, Puya, Fat Nick.
Kill Switch, South Strip.
It's all people I
think that's
haven't
it.
seen, which is going to be great because I've seen like
Yeah.
the whole other half. Like I've seen Suicide Boys, Germ, Shakewell in a concert. Honestly, dude, Shakewell puts on a goddamn performance. Like he's actually
Nice.
like,
That's
really
pretty
cool
good.
to see live.
But always remember when you're like, he ain't gonna play Virginia Tech when we go see him. There's no way. It's too heavy. Opens with Virginia.
Yeah,
Tech.
yeah,
And
opens
I'm
with
like,
Virginia
it's just
Tech.
there. That was so funny.
Nice.
Yeah, and then sleeping bag right after that. It was good. He always puts on a
Nice.
good show.
Yeah,
Big boy.
he
Seen
is a
him
big
live like
boy.
3 times
I
now.
think it's hilarious that he actually tries to jump. Like he does like the
Yeah.
little like this jump thing on stage and kicks his feet out. I'm like, Jesus, man, you're gonna fucking hurt yourself.
Oh yeah, like Tom Segura is gonna take a nasty spill.
Oh god,
Ah,
he fell like
funniest
that
thing I've ever
family.
seen.
Yeah,
Oh my
he like
God.
Peter Griffin, dude.
Yeah,
I've
honestly.
never laughed. I don't know if I've ever laughed
Dude,
harder. Paul sent me that.
every
and
time I
died.
watch that, I laugh so hard. Like it comes up in my mind like maybe twice a year
Yeah.
ever since it happened, and it's like 6 months later, and I'll watch it again. I'm like, oh yeah, let's watch the Tom Segura basketball injury, and I just fucking
It's
laugh
so
out loud.
funny.
Oh, it's
Watch
like
it at like quarter speed. He slowly.
it's like you think he
He's like,
wasn't hurt, but he was hurt. He was fucked up.
Yeah,
Oh, the sound is slow
he
motion.
was hurt. He's on the ground. He's like, "Hey, are you
It's
all
like
right?" He's like,
He's freaking winging hard.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
It's limp.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be a couple busy days coming up because those two concerts after this one are like 2 weeks apart, so it'll be a lot of high energy going on. It'll be fun though. It'll be a good time.
Good start.
I'm just
to the
curious,
spring
Ricky.
and summer
I know
season.
like some of my buddies don't like going to concerts. I'm just curious, what don't you like about them? Just the crowds and stuff like that, because that's what I get a lot from people.
Yeah, I mean, I've enjoyed some concerts, but I don't know why. I'm not a huge fan of live performances like that as much.
That's fair.
Like
Yeah, I
every
get that.
concert I've gone to is fun, but it's like it just seems like a lot of work. You're hot and you're sweaty,
Yeah.
and unless you got really nice. Well, and see, and I'm biased, right? So when I say what I'm going to say is, if you don't have really nice seats, it sounds shittier than if you listen to it at home, anyways. But
Mhm.
also, you're getting live, so it's different. It's the experience of seeing them actually perform it.
Yeah.
I think it's
that's
cool
very
to
true.
listen to the differences of what in person versus what they just mix.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
box.
yeah. Dude, because
Right?
there are some performers I've seen where it honestly, like, I can't think of one, but there's one or two people I definitely seen live that I was like, holy shit, you sound fucking awful live.
Mhm.
Like, it's
Yeah,
all
for
studio
sure.
work, man.
Yeah.
Like,
I
you know who's really bad live is like, I Set My Friends on Fire. They're fucking horrible.
did you see him live?
No, I've just
Oh,
watched
okay, I was gonna say,
I
I was
watched
like,
their
damn, you
live.
did.
Like you can see like pretty good live shows now on YouTube where like they actually got like a camera guy there to like film it, and they sound fucking god awful.
Mhm. It's funny. I do like them. One thing that's new in the rap era that I really don't like is backtracking vocals. Especially if you're a rapper, you should honestly be embarrassed if you use backtracking. Like, I'm not even joking. Because like, if fucking Primus can get on stage and play for 3 hours and play an instrument and sing every lyric while keeping the tempo going, you should be able to rap fucking lyrics over and over again. I don't care how fast they are. You've done it on studio, you can do it live.
What's back? What do you mean? Is it like lip syncing? Basically,
Yeah,
or-
kind of like that. Well, yeah, every time I've seen the Suicide Boys, they have their music playing in the background
Yep.
turned down, but you still hear the vocals
Yeah.
from the song.
So like they'll
while
still
they
sing. They'll still
Yeah.
sing most parts.
I
most
agree.
parts,
That's kind of weak.
Dude,
Yeah, isn't it weak? Puya does that.
That is.
Germ
Yeah.
did that. Shakewell did that. Here's the
Huh.
thing I'm really excited about. Tara Reid, I saw he does not use backtrack and he sings every lyric. And I'm like, damn right, because there's no
Nice.
reason why you shouldn't. Like, you're a goddamn artist,
one thing that really let me down with the Suicide Boys is when you get to those verses where Ruby goes really fast. He doesn't go
He
really
just
fast
acapellas.
live. He just acapellas it and
Really?
does it slow.
Yeah,
It's
he'll be like a super fast
Huh.
bar. It's like 10 bars. He'll just sing the first bar and then carry it on a cappella the whole time. And then while the song ends, it'll be like, what? And it's like, if you can't do it, then practice, because people paid money to see you. Practice. You should be
Yeah.
practicing for hours. I don't know. I just hold music at a higher standard than a lot of people do, I guess.
But you're
like,
also right, because like you said,
Yeah.
Primus, he can be playing a bass. He does the whole thing,
Yeah.
no backtrack vocals. Like these
Yeah.
people are literally
Plays for
just
3 hours.
rapping or singing. Yeah.
Suicide Boys
Mhm.
gets on for an hour and calls it a show. It's like, the fuck? I don't know.
Has there ever been a concert you guys have gone to where you're surprised that they're not, like, you assumed they'd be a little worse in person, and then you're
Hmm.
surprised when they're not? Have you guys ever had a concert like that? Because I usually go in assuming, maybe I'm just
Oh,
pessimistic. I
you know
usually
what?
go in assuming it's going to be worse. And
Yeah.
my first one that I experienced was that I was surprised about. Me and Henriette went to a Lord concert in like 2018 or something. And I didn't know this. And I was fucking pumped when I found out. Run the Jewels open for Lord.
Oh, that's
Oh,
actually really
shit.
cool.
Hell yeah. That's,
I was like, what?
yeah.
Fucking right.
What's it?
And they were actually, they didn't do the backtrack
Yeah.
thing. They were great. They were fantastic. It was really funny. Because they even acknowledged, they're like, most of you probably don't know who we are.
Yeah, right. That's true. That's very true.
That
Was
is
the crowd
crazy.
going hype or what? Or they just like, what is this? You know?
There was, you could tell who knew Run the Jewels and
Yeah.
who didn't. 'Cause
Yeah.
it'd be
Okay.
like, right? and
Yeah.
then,
Right.
And then there'd be a bunch of moms and like their daughters, and they're like, ah.
Yeah.
I loved it though. That blew my mind. I was like, oh my Lord, no way, fucking
Yeah.
hell yeah.
That's fun.
I'm trying
were
to
great.
think who I thought was gonna be.
I got
bad.
one.
Yeah.
I never really liked Lamb of God to begin with, but seeing them live made me like the band tenfold more than I ever did. They were really good live. If you get a chance to go see them, go see them.
awesome.
Really, really good. Anyone other than that, I can't really think. I mean, Denzel Curry is another one.
Oh yeah, I
'cause,
was kind of surprised by him.
As far as
Better?
I kind of remember,
Yeah.
just from my own ears, he didn't use backtracking. I'm pretty
No.
sure he did sing every lyric. And then there's one point
He's
where
got
he
a
shut
good
off the
voice.
music, yeah, and just did a freestyle for like 2
Nice.
minutes. But the freestyle was so good, like maybe he probably wrote it down, you know. But anyway, it just sounded good, you know.
Yeah.
Probably just that. good
I
artist.
thought Born of Osiris was gonna be bad when I went and saw them live. I thought they were gonna be bad simply because like the lead singer in some of his songs hits some really crazy high screams, which are like known to be extremely hard to do. Like especially like doing it for a long period of time, and he could do it. And I was like, wow, that's actually kind of
Nice.
nuts. Like, whoa. And then
Sick.
August Burns Red. I was pretty surprised by them too. I was very let down by A Day to Remember when I saw them in like high school. I was like, man, these
Really?
guys are like mid. Yeah,
Mm.
they're okay.
I'd go see him. Honestly, I'd go to a concert of them. I'm not super into music, just for nostalgia. I'd go. If tickets are cheap, I'd definitely hit up Day to Remember concert.
Yeah, I'd go. I mean,
No, it'd
I'd
be
still
fun.
go.
Yeah. Kind of turn it back to like seeing how the crowd reacts to different artists, like kind of like Knotfest. Lots of metal bands, you know, obviously Slipknot, you know, Megadeth, all these big metal bands. And then they threw in Suicide Boys and Tech Nine, and it was kind of funny seeing the crowd when Suicide Boys played right before Slipknot, which is fucking crazy, you know. And
Yeah.
just seeing the crowd be like, "What the fuck is this?" You know, like half of them not knowing, the other half
Yeah.
are like, "Yeah, let's go." And mind you, it's 30,000 people, so you can look around, you can kind of see. But yeah, no, it's kind of weird, you know. It's kind of cool seeing the metal people like go out and then come back in. Like, we're going out,
Yeah.
so then we're coming back. Yeah,
I only started going to rap concerts in like the last 5 years. Everything before that was usually like metal or punk. But then like,
Mhm.
what surprised me the most is like I think Suicide Boys might have been one of my first rap concerts, and whoever else he had for him. Like I saw Kid Trunks, and oh yeah, that's right, I saw XXX
Oh, yeah, you did.
Temptation or whatever
did?
3 months before he was shot and killed.
Nice.
yeah. I remember that.
He was actually better live than I thought he was gonna be. I kind of forgot about that concert. But what always surprised me is like the fucking like grandmas that go to these shows, bro. Like at Suicide Boys, and they're
The
like
moms.
yeah, and I'm like, what
Yeah,
the
I did
fucking
see a
kid?
lot.
they're like
There's
into
a
it.
lot of
Yeah, hell
parents
yeah.
that will take their 14, 15-year-olds to that.
I
I'm
saw
like,
some like
my
lady
mom
was
wouldn't
be
bring
young.
that. Yeah,
I saw somebody that was like dead ass 50 moshing at the Suicide Boys at the Myth.
it's
Hell
pretty cool.
yeah.
If you knock 'em
He
out.
died. Yeah.
Yeah. No, the Suicide Boys crowd are pussies. I had my coworker be like,
You sound like
Man,
him, yeah.
"Man, Suicide Boys, I haven't gone to their concert. Everyone told me it's insane." I'm like, "I've been to 4. It's not insane. Let me take you to an underground metal show and we'll go get fucked up."
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what you say. Those fans are a little bit of pussies. You know why I know that? Because I'm a little bit of a pussy. So I know they're not moshing that hard, all right?
It was
It's just-
comfortable there.
Yeah,
You
it's
said-
not happening.
Are you saying it? You want to? Was it Travis Scott? You want to like at least
I
double-digit
saw him
deaths?
live.
Yeah, you want to trample people. You not want to help them up. Just keep running. I don't care how many people are on the
Go
ground.
get your Big Macs in Fortnite.
Now,
I
here's the
saw
deal.
Travis Scott live. It was fucking weird. He went on this big owl
Oh,
machine.
I saw
thing.
your video.
Oh, yeah,
you
what the
like
fuck?
you like put on Snapchat
saw
of that.
him?
You were
Okay.
Henriette. Yeah.
Yeah. He opened for Kendrick.
I don't know. All I know, man, is like with inflation and all the shit that's going on in the world and terrible, awful things. McDonald's, if you're listening to this, please bring back the Travis Scott meal for that low price. That was his choice. I was a fan.
Where's
of
the
Bring
low
back
price?
Travis
snack
Scott meal.
wraps, chicken wraps. That's all
Yeah,
I want. in
Yeah,
my life.
honestly, pretty good.
Snack
Dollar
wraps.
menu.
the one big thing, I went to the reggae concert in where we live at Bayfield or Bayfront. And that was we just went there to like hang out with a couple of friends, and that was surprisingly like good because it was like reggae like alternate like rap, more pop.
Yeah.
It was real. I thought it was just gonna be 95-year-olds there just kind of grooving out.
Bayfront
like,
puts on banger shows, like
They
no matter
do.
what it is. It's just such a cool venue
But-
too.
You're right. There are just old people, boomers, banging it out in the back. 100%.
Definitely. I bought a vape down there, and this older guy comes up to me and he's like, "Hey," I'm like, "Oh my God, don't touch me." He's like,
Yeah.
"That wouldn't be." It kind of felt like he was going like THC. And I was like, "Yeah, maybe." And he's like, "Can I hit that?" I'm like, "Sure." He's like, "I'll give you this later." I guess one of the bands there at the time was like the Dirty Dick, so I got like a Leia that said Dirty Dick on it.
What the fuck?
And I was
Hell
like,
yeah.
"Oh, thanks. I really want this," and I gave it away right away.
Wait,
Would
are
you
you
been
sure
mad
it
if
wasn't
he,
Deadeye Dick?
No,
It was
well, on the
Dirty
later,
Dicks?
like it was something bad as Dirty Dick. It was close to
don't-
like something like that.
They
It
don't
was
play anymore, Paul. Would it have been worse if you slipped it in your pocket and just said "dirty dick" and then walked away?
Dirty- you slapped the tip of my
It's gonna
dick.
be way
In
worse.
the back pocket. Yeah.
It whispers
The
in
new-
your ear.
Yeah, Paul's trying to listen to New Age Girl from Dumb and Dumber. Fucking
They have
Deadeye
a
Dick.
couple okay songs. That wasn't their
Yeah.
only hit.
They're not bad. They're on Spotify, so it must be not that big. I wanted to listen to the fucking New Age Girl, and I couldn't. I was pissed. I'm like, damn, I got to go to YouTube.
Yeah, we're talking about, if you guys seen Dumb and Dumber, there's a band called Deadeye Dick that had a few like MTV era music videos that like one big song that made it big, which was New Age Girl, and a few others that were like eh.
Does
And,
she ride a bike?
Yeah. Anyways, it was in Dumb and Dumber, and like I liked that band when I was younger, and but yeah, no, I always wondered, like, I don't think they play anymore on like they definitely aren't
No.
together. But I always, when you said the Dirty Dicks, I was like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Could it be?
Could it be? They're out and about. No, so I just thought of something when we were talking about the Travis Scott meal. What is like for you guys? What's like a chain restaurant or like a restaurant item, like a food they used to have that you miss that you like wish they would bring back?
Oh,
like
I got one
other than
right now.
McDonald's or something.
nope, McDonald's. The Cinnamelts, the OG ones. And the black tray.
Dude, you've been talking about those goddamn Cinnamelts every time we talk about
I
food.
want them.
And then you
Stop
called
living
the,
in the past.
and then you called the Papa John's one mid.
Fuck the
Those
Papa
ones are
John's.
better than those Cinnamelts. Fuck
I
you.
want McDonald's cinnamon melts in the black container. I want them so hot it melts my mouth. That's how I want. I don't want anything else. Bring that back, McDonald's. You have one job. You have a new
Those things
cinnamon
came out of
roll
the
and it
fucking
sucks.
oven emitting radiation. They were so
I-
fucking hot.
That's how
I
hot
love
it should
that.
be.
Yeah, other than McDonald's. Nope, McDonald's.
McDonald's, you have 24 hours to respond.
Every
Yeah,
fucking other week I talk to him, he brings up the goddamn Cinnamelt. It's gone, bro.
I
Let
want-
it go,
I can't
okay?
take it.
It's
I
gone.
Can't take it anymore. I can't take it.
Mine is the
That's what I would
mine is
bring
the
back.
shredded chicken quesadilla from Taco Bell. That's what I
Dude,
want.
yeah. Remember we used to get those? They're like $1 or whatever. Oh man,
yeah.
now you're bringing back memories. Those were fucking good.
They were so good.
Like even if they just took the regular quesadilla on the menu and just did that shredded chicken, because it was like spicy too. It wasn't like the
Mhm,
normal
mhm.
one. Oh, those were good.
I was special.
What about you, Jack?
I'm gonna stick with McDonald's.
Yeah.
It's probably
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
have to be the put those hands down, young man. It's gonna have to be the chicken snack wrap from McDonald's. I don't really eat at McDonald's ever anymore, but those chicken snack wraps for like $1.49 or something. Eat like 3 of those. Just the inside, it was just lettuce, cheese, fried chicken, and like a half a pound of just I think it was ranch dressing. So when you bit it, just went,
Yeah, all over the place. Yeah.
you're like, oh fuck,
Oh,
I can't drive.
can't try.
Oh, awful.
Over the winch. Ah.
That'd actually be
It's
like
in the
a
AC.
that'd be a quality sketch. Like it's just
Yes.
like you get some type of like squib up in like a fake snap, and it's just spraying.
We ruin the Paul, we could do it to my Buick. We could ruin the interior with
It's
mayo.
with mayo. It just
You can-
stinks.
You could do a second video. Does mayo clean the inside of your car? No.
No, It's like that one post, that meme where he's like, I fucked up. Don't ever eat spaghetti and drive again. And it's like a car flipped over with spaghetti over the inside.
I don't know why this reminded me. There's a 4chan post of a guy. He posted like, I don't know if it was a picture of his dick, but he's like, it's all red and like blotchy now. He's like, guys, I was cooking chicken naked and it fell off and hit my dick, like, and now it's like infected or something. And every post is like, you fucked the chicken, didn't you?
You fucked the chicken.
You absolutely must. No, guys, come on, it fell. And it's like,
but only for a second, and
now he's got like SARS on his cock.
He's literally got SARS.
Bad.
Cock size.
You fuck chicken. You fuck chicken.
I can't really think of an item I would bring back. Other than the only thing that comes to mind is from Papa Murphy's. You guys know like the cinnamon wheel. You guys, you know the cinnamon. They used to have a cherry pie one that was cherry. Instead of, it was like cherry cinnamon basically, or I think it was maybe just cherry and white frosting, I think is what it was. That one was way better than the cinnamon wheel. They got rid of it like a week after I'd started there when I was 15. So this is like fucking holy shit, that's a long time ago, man. That's like 8-9 years ago.
Yeah. We don't have to do the math.
Yeah.
God damn, that is a long time ago. Feels like I didn't even work there with you, but like at that age, it feels like yesterday, kind of. You know, back when we living at the house and shit.
Oh man, classic. I miss bringing home pies.
Yeah, those were days.
Smelling the aroma. Trump got indicted and arrested. This is extremely old news at this point, but we haven't talked about it on the show. What do you guys think about all this?
Free him out the bean. I don't really care.
I don't think anything's really going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can
maybe a fine. If that, I don't really think. I think it's gonna get thrown out.
Is he in jail?
No.
He just in. Okay.
So isn't it okay? I'm probably wrong. Correct me, like if I am. But so like they indicted him because basically like he had the porn star sign an NDA saying like she couldn't say anything about them banging, and then she did say something about them banging, and he supposedly paid her with campaign funds, and that's the gist of it, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, no, bad. You can't use campaign funds to do that.
Bang strippers. Huh.
Yeah, but like, even though campaign funds are kind of just like a conglomerate of cash, and he's not the like people use it for all types of fucking shit. Like other politicians and stuff for those funds will. I mean, like fucking Bernie probably bought one of his goddamn houses with that shit. You know, just saying. Is that really the gist of it? I mean, like I just think it's just something to try to. And if anything. He's not going to jail, first of all. I am pretty sure he's not going to jail. Second of all, it's just gonna make him like go higher in the polls, I think. I don't know.
You think so?
You've turned him in. Yeah, I think so. I agree with that. Okay. I think this is going to turn him into a martyr. They're going to say, see, he was telling the truth. The deep state is out to get him still, see? Because it is a relatively minor thing that they're getting him on. But that doesn't mean it's not against the law. I mean, they got Al Capone for tax evasion.
Yeah.
Not for anything, you know?
That's very true.
So, you know, we'll see how it goes. But I think I think it's funny, the narrative that like Biden wanted him arrested. The Democrats didn't want him to get this attention right now.
Nope.
They don't want this to happen because it's rallying his base and he doesn't have to do anything for it.
Yeah.
They're just rallying around him. So it's weird that the far right is like, see, Democrats were plotting this the whole time. Like the timing couldn't have been any worse. The election's coming next year. This is the timing could not have been worse. It's perfect for Trump if it's going to happen. The worst case scenario would be it happened like the first year of Biden's thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then, you know, no one would remember 3 years after.
That's right.
We know the government moves extremely slow. I feel like just the higher up it gets, the slower it is. What'd you say, Jack?
Can you run for president in jail? Is there any laws? No? Okay.
No,
why not?
But you have to be found guilty.
Yeah.
Mm.
It just opens up the door for now. Maybe the scary slope would be like now every time a Democrat president comes out, they're going to try to throw him in jail. It could, you know, that's the extreme spectrum of it, but it just opens up the door to like, you know, let's go back and throw Obama in jail for blowing up hospitals or like American citizen, even though there's like no law saying he's the president. So you basically almost override a lot of like I wouldn't say global laws, but like he did kill American.
A lot of war crimes.
Yeah, he did a
War
lot of bad
crimes-
shit.
It's between law
Oh.
and then like ethics. So like how you feel on it. Obviously, it's bad, but at the same term, I don't think there's like an exact like law you could like pin him on, unless
did
it
it
was
for
like
all-
Putin putting a beheading out and being like, "Hey guys, this is what we're doing." And then I think when I don't know what you call him, Prime Minister came out and he's like, "Okay guys, that was bad." All he
Yeah.
really said.
No, all politicians hate him right now because they could all be under the microscope going forward.
Mm.
He was so bombastic and tried a little insurrection thing that they're like, okay, we're gonna put you under the uber
Loser.
microscope, Orange Man.
Yeah.
Now every politician's like, thanks, chuckle fuck. You fucking ruined it for all of us.
Could we just get like an animated icon for president, kind of like the Gorillas or Mr. Bombastic?
VTuber for president.
I'd like that. I mean, the gorillas are old too, so
Yeah.
They could do it.
it's a bunch of old guys.
I'm voting for Kanye
Fuck.
personally.
Yeah. Absolutely.
2024.
What did he say? He
goes-
watched 21 Jump Street. Now he loves Jews again, or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Jonah Hill changed his mind.
Guys,
Yeah.
he's a different person. All right, so you can listen to his music again. It's all right. It's okay.
I don't know what is going on with him. It's such a weird
Yeah.
situation.
The Illuminati's got to him, Paul. That's the problem.
Off his
MK
meds.
Ultra, they're fucking with his
I
mind.
think the funniest theory was that like the reason why he's saying all this is he has a tiny earpiece in his ear and they got like his kid fucking kidnapped or something. They're like, you're gonna say all this shit. Like, you fucking say it.
I believe it. I'm gonna believe that. Yeah, say it. Your kid's gonna die. You want to hear him
Captain
die?
my
You wanna hear your
president?
kid die right now?
God damn, that's pretty dark. Could see him doing that.
Did you guys hear the weird? I don't know if it still exists, but there was a conspiracy that was going on for a minute that Kanye has been replaced. I don't know if it's still
Yeah.
going on, but you heard that? Because
Yeah.
all of a sudden he's taller and he's stable.
They did that to Joe Biden too by like looking at the inner workings of his ear because everyone's like cartilage on that is different, and they zoom in, they like do all these like focus groups, and they're like, it's obviously like a either a twin or they had someone like prep for him because he probably like died 2 years ago.
It's Hunter.
Hunter, what a fat guy.
It's Hunter Biden.
I mean, like that'd be pretty funny, but if that like did happen, whoever played Biden would probably be shot after he's done playing Biden. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you can't keep loose ends. You know?
Yeah, chocolate
He's such a
chip.
bastard, absolutely.
CIA
Yeah,
does
right.
nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he goes chocolate chip. That's it. There's nothing going on there, man.
Yeah, he just dunks on
got
him.
a
My favorite
screw
one
loose.
is what does he say? He's like, fuck, what do you say? White kids or black kids are just as talented as white kids, you know, even though they don't have money or something like
Yeah,
that. It was
yeah,
something
yeah.
really racist.
Yeah, it
What
was
did you-
pretty
I can't
bad.
remember the quote. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, there's something funny there. Like black kids can be just as good as smart kids are.
Yeah,
Yeah, right. It's like white and smart
Something
kids.
terrible.
It's
Yeah.
like whoa.
Whoa, yeah. I don't know. I just wish we stopped having old people, man. It'd be pretty cool.
I'm saying.
Oh, so like
Kill 'em
Trump
all.
and Biden. Biden's the oldest president. If he runs again and wins, he's the oldest still, and the second oldest was Trump.
Do you
God
think
damn.
Biden is
Biden's
Biden
in,
running again? Is that confirmed?
I
They're
think
gonna
he's-
force him. He doesn't even
Yeah.
fucking want to.
No.
He doesn't want to, and the Democratic Party's gonna force him to do it.
Who would be
Mhm.
the
It's like
second
he didn't want
Democratic Party?
Kamala. Huh?
Who would be the second? Like, if they couldn't go with him, who else would they go with?
Kamala, maybe.
That's the issue. No one wants no
She-
anyone
the
but
woman.
Kamala.
She is
No
not
one wants her.
likable.
No,
No.
but a woman. What do you mean? I'm just
She's
kidding.
a two-faced bitch. Biden hates her even.
Oh,
Yeah.
It
she's
was
kind
when
of
they
a cunt.
debated each other, she would just make up lies about him on stage and then have to apologize for it next debate. And literally, when he announced, because they're shoving shit down his throat, the party is he did not choose Kamala to be his vice president.
No.
Because literally, when he announced it, he had a note card that said, "Don't hold a grudge against Kamala." That they found, they got a picture of in his pocket. Don't
That's
hold a
pretty funny.
grudge. Because he fucking hated her because she just spewed nonsense.
Yeah, she's
Makes
pretty
sense.
dumb. Yeah,
I
she's
hope
like
that he doesn't run again, but he probably will.
the biggest thing I remember of hers was like the several times she says, "Oh, I don't smoke weed. Never smoked weed once. I haven't done it. I smoked weed a couple times. There's nothing wrong with it. Oh yeah, that time I held 1,500 people in jail and withheld
Yeah.
evidence until a court subpoenaed it and made me give it over. I don't remember that. Yeah, it never happened. It's like, I don't know.
What do you figure?
Stick a lane.
The odds are pretty high that our next president's probably conservative, huh?
It's gonna be
I don't know.
Trump, or if he is actually running, because I don't know how Trump would run and not divide that whole party.
That's true.
It just also, who does Democrats have? And it's gonna probably be Trump and Biden. It's
They're gonna
just
force Biden.
Again.
yeah.
I also just wonder like what's gonna happen to the current conflict in Ukraine. Should we get a conservative president?
No,
That's true.
if Trump was there, we're going to World War III. I'm not even joking.
Really? You think so?
Yeah,
It'll
the
be after
proxy-
he leaves.
Yeah,
It'll be like
set
the
up
tax thing.
stages. Yeah,
It'll be like
Yeah.
the tax thing. He's not stupid. I can say he doesn't have my best interest in mind while simultaneously saying that he covers his own ass.
Yeah.
It's like the tax thing. He came in. I cut taxes. Everyone's taxes have gone up every single year after he left office.
Yep.
Everyone's taxes, unless you make more than $400,000, everyone's taxes have gone up. So I think if he becomes president, he'll solve the war in Ukraine by cutting all funding. Russia will roll over Ukraine, and then he can't run again. Trump will eventually die, and then we'll have World War III. Because Russia's not going to stop. So
No. They're gonna then roll into Poland and all the other neighboring countries. Ain't gonna
and
be
Poland
good.
wants to fight. That's probably what'll start World War III.
Poland had a.
Poland-
They
statement
want to
that
fight.
came
They're like,
out.
I'll fuck you
Yeah.
up.
Good,
Yeah.
dude. They're sick of taking shit, dude. They've been taking shit for years.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty
Yeah.
much, that's the exact
Mhm.
mindset. Fuck
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. We're gonna start launching some fucking nukes to get your fucking get us off our backs, man.
I think
For
Poland had
real.
a statement on that. I don't know if they're talking to the entire EU or just Britain. They're like, yeah, you guys are basically pathetic now. It's just US like holding you up. So like from now on, we're just gonna bolster like the hell out of our arms for military wise. I mean, I don't blame them, but
Mhm.
yeah, they're just triggered that. I mean, they're also willing to work with the United States. Obviously, it's just funny to call out the EU like that. And I've heard
The
random
EU's pathetic.
statistics. Oh, everyone is over there
Yeah.
almost.
Who are the countries surrounding those that are allies with Russia? What's that big one? Is it Belarus?
Belarus is really,
Yeah.
really close allies with Russia.
And like who else in that? Because they're all very like also geographically very close countries to each other, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Pretty much all the
Mongolia.
Balkans. Yeah, Mongolia. But on the any most Eastern European countries, the NATO pretty much starts at now Ukraine. Ukraine's not technically in it, but Poland's in NATO, and everything west of Poland is in NATO. Everything east of it is basically under the Russian sphere of influence.
Is Norway in NATO?
No,
No.
Norway's not in NATO. But Finland is in NATO.
Okay.
But Norway plays
They're kind
well
of-
with NATO.
Aren't they
Yeah.
neutral kind of? They just
They're
want to
very
remain
neutral.
They're very neutral, but they don't like Russia. Like just
Oh,
today,
yeah.
I guess technically
Who
yesterday
does?
for them, but just today they just expelled all Russian diplomats because they determined that they were actually active spies. And there's
Well,
I
what
guess
the fuck
rules
did
for
they think they
spies.
were doing?
Yeah, what the hell?
They have diplomats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they have like from an embassy, so they kicked out their embassy. But Norway hates Russia, dude. When I went to Norway the first time, it was really funny because it was right after Trump, and people wanted that election 2016 or whatever, and everyone for some reason at the time was talking about how Norway has this really good standard of living and socialism and blah blah blah. But the things that they like to omit is that Norway actively deports people. Their system works for them. They don't take in immigrants.
Yeah.
And they're not like really racist, but they're fairly racist. They hate gypsies. They hate Eastern Europeans.
Mhm. I can
They're like,
see
we
that.
don't let in immigrants because the Russians try to sneak in with them, and then we have to kick them all out.
Yeah.
How does Norway feel about Americans then? I mean, I guess if they're cool with NATO, but
They like America. They were really confused about the election when I first went, and they're still kind of confused
about
Hmm.
Biden
Like-
or Trump?
about Trump. They're like, why
Hmm.
is America so angry? And they
Huh.
didn't believe me. I was like, some people just believe what he says, and he's like, no, there must be something more going on. And I'm like, I wish there was, bro.
Yeah, right.
I wish
Trust
there
me.
was like some underlying message, but there's not. But they did not believe me. They're like, no, there's no way. You guys are democracy for the world. There must be something. People are really upset. They must be upset. And I'm like, they like America. They follow America. It's like drama TV for them.
Yeah.
Except we have nukes.
And nukes are cool.
Yeah.
But they
Earth
get along
TV.
with America. Yeah.
No, I'd be interested to see if, like, I don't know. I just kind of wonder, like, how come these other smaller countries like Poland and stuff aren't just like, fuck this, let's just eradicate Russia now and just like go in.
I don't think they have the manpower.
I don't think anyone wants to start World War III.
Yeah. It's a slippery
Well, and we
slope.
simultaneously are like, no.
Yeah.
No.
We're not going to help you. Good luck.
I don't know, man. It does also kind of play into like the election, but I'd say if like, yeah, we get a conservative president, it's going to start World War III. If things keep going the way they go, I think it might just keep, I don't know, man. I feel like it's kind of a stalemate with Ukraine and Russia because like Russia has more men, but Ukraine has like the better gear. So like just because we're supplying them, yeah, like way better.
Mm-hmm.
And then like,
and intel. So it's just like, it's just going to be like it's going to be like an ongoing war for a long time, I feel, if it stays the way it's going.
It's one of those proxy wars where we're just trying to like run Russia's like equipment and all like everything they have just to zero. So we're just trying to like diminish everything they have. So the only threat would probably be China. But
well, I think it's a lose-lose situation because Ukraine can't win. It just it can stop them from going further.
Yeah.
And Russia will not let us create a truce, right? They won't let that happen because that's bad PR for Putin. So it kind of sucks. China is probably going to be what brokers peace between Ukraine and Russia because Putin is terrified of Xi Jinping.
Is he?
Putin will
really?
Oh my God, China owns Russia because the rest of the world completely cut them out. Other than you're going to trade with Brazil, you know?
Yeah.
China owns Russia. And Russia's looking super weak. So China owned Russia before the war, and then the war started, and Russia looks retarded, and so China's like, little boy,
you want some
you have to give me a lot of natural gas, huh? So I think that China's gonna, and it's all gonna be in the long-term goal of, like we were talking about earlier, their new reserve currency. They're gonna broker a truce, and they're gonna say, and we'll pay you. We'll rebuild Ukraine, and we'll pay you in yuan, and you'll work in yuan. And it's gonna go from east to west, and that's gonna be their plan. They've been working on it for a really long time. It's called the Silk Road Initiative.
Huh.
Okay, I heard about that a little bit.
Oh, is that when they're trying to connect basically all of Europe, where they're
creating? No, go ahead.
Well, they basically have the Silk Road again, where since they have so many natural resources, they're going to be able to have like these, I don't know what you call them, train lines where they can export and import simultaneously at just such like a huge factor. So since they can get raw material and then ship out finished material. Yeah,
it's crazy because they're a one-party system. So like we have to try to do stuff within 4 years. Every 4 years, we have to restart basically and try to, or we get 8 years if we're lucky and someone can actually get something done.
Yeah.
China does not have that fucking issue. They can set up a plan and be like, okay, this is the 20-year plan on how to buy all the infrastructure in Europe.
And they just
this is how we'll do it. And then they just do it, yeah. No, they own a ton of seaports. Did you know that, oh my God, it's not Huawei. Tencent, you know Cirrus Aircraft?
Yeah.
Tencent owns them through a subsidiary.
Oh my God, really?
God damn.
Yeah, they buy a bunch of stuff. They buy a bunch of stuff through different arms, and then they just own it. There's a bunch of ports and dams. All of Africa is basically built by the Chinese.
God damn. Yeah, they own a lot of spots in America, like especially with natural water underneath the ground, and same with they own a lot of land near military bases and shit. It's crazy. They own so much.
Just let them. It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's
right.
Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, right. It's like, what the fuck?
Do we own stuff over there? No,
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think we own a single thing in there. I don't think you're allowed to. Pretty sure you're not.
You can make
contracts over here.
You could get like an apartment You could buy an apartment in China, but you
Yeah.
can't buy like land.
Yeah, and he's still renting it from the government. And also, when you
Right.
buy land in China, you don't own the land either. It's still rented from the government. Like you can't, even if you're, from China, you can't own land there. You're not allowed to. It's kind of fucked up.
No, it could be taken from you at any second.
Right? Yeah,
90-year
absolutely.
loans. Sick.
It's a privilege.
Hey, it's better than the EUs that I keep hearing over and over. If you buy a house every 5 years, they look at your rate and inflate it to like how good the market is doing. So if it's just
That's
a
fucked.
crash and it's your 5th year, it could go up to like 10% a year, and then if it was a good year, it's down to 3.
The fuck?
I'm not saying it's perfect over here,
It's
but
like,
yeah, that's just
and you're not
funny.
eating this week.
Yeah.
Or for the next 5 years,
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Exactly.
market's down. Fuck.
Did you guys see they announced Jake Paul's boxing Nate Diaz in August?
No, didn't he
Really?
lose?
Lost
Jake
last
Paul lost to an actual boxer, yes, last time.
Nice.
He fought
Well, that guy.
the current heavyweight champion of the world's brother, Tommy Fury, younger brother.
Nice.
And
I
lost.
didn't see it.
It was pretty. Jake hit him with a few good shots, I will say this, but Tommy's a boxer and just better technique and just landed way more shots. And it went to decision. And Tommy, I think Tommy might have gotten one knockdown on Jake, but I can't remember. But anyways, yeah. So guess what? Jake's back to his old shit again. He's fighting old retired MMA fighters that are well past their prime, and that's what he's doing with Nate Diaz. Now, out of all the fighters he's fought, though, that like ex-MMA, whatever, Nate Diaz probably has the best shot out of like that realm of people. But obviously, if he goes and boxes another boxer again, he's gonna get taught a fucking lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't he a vegan?
Who?
I want to
Nate
see him
Diaz?
do
Nate.
MMA.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, maybe I'm thinking the wrong person. But I saw a funny
Well,
clip of that.
my thought is, I don't know. Nate Diaz seems way more hardcore than Jake Paul.
Oh yeah,
in
but
terms of
Nate
fighting,
Diaz is
so,
also
yeah.
like under all that. He's got good management. He's a businessman. That's a huge money fight for him. Like even though he's
yeah,
retired
it's
now, like, but
Mhm.
yeah, no. If anybody has a chance, Nate's a fucking dog, dude. Like he,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like he fights to put on a show. He doesn't honestly always fight to win, though. Is the thing. That's the problem with him. I don't know.
Interesting.
Like when he was fighting Leon Edwards, like he was getting pieced up by Leon Edwards. And the biggest thing to come out of that fight as far as highlights is when Nate's getting beat up the whole time and he throws a 1-2 and wobbles Leon momentarily. And then he points at him and laughs. Like when he's like, that's like, and like that, oh my God, like everybody, because there's just so many Nate Diaz fans. It's going to make a fuck ton of money. I'll probably watch it.
I hate the Paul
Don't
brothers
pay
no
for it.
matter what.
I don't like the Paul brothers at all.
They're
No.
so annoying.
They're slimy scumbags. I don't like how Logan Paul started like an NFT cryptocurrency pyramid scheme.
I didn't
and
know I
st-
hired a bunch of fakes and crooks.
and stole a bunch of money from people.
Yeah. Well, what was the one? I always think about this. What was the one that filmed the dead body in the Suicide Forest? Is
Logan
that Jake
Paul.
or Logan? Yeah, Logan. I'm like, that motherfucker uploaded that and thought it was okay. Like, fucking.
Clicks the views.
Yeah, right. How out of touch can you be?
And then
Fuck in the
everybody's
head.
like, well, he's laughing because it's his first time seeing a dead body. People have weird reactions. Like, but why did he upload it? Why was he
Yeah.
there filming that shit? I don't know.
Yeah, right.
But he's
Oh,
still.
yeah.
Well, I was
He
gonna say
edited
he's
Yeah.
still so massive, and I think it's like the online culture. It's like every 3 weeks, don't talk about it, and everyone forgets, and it's like sick.
And then now I have to see his dickhead energy drink plastered all over the UFC canvas because now Prime's the official sports drink of the UFC and they're partnered.
I can't
Isn't
believe
that
how
shit's
money
like
they made.
incredibly sugary. It's like not even good
Yeah,
for you
It's
either.
juice.
Yeah, really, it's just juice.
Dude, I was about to. They didn't do it, I don't think, but they were going to rename the red corner and blue corner in UFC to the Prime Rehydration blue corner and Prime Rehydration red corner. And I was about to be like, I'm fucking done. I'm done.
Yeah. That's it, Dana.
Yeah.
Cancel my
Yeah.
ESPN.
Oh, we got this fighter in the Prime Rehydration corner. Let's get the cam up.
really?
One would be the Paul corner, the other one would be KSI.
Fuck.
Yeah. Oh God.
Um,
That.
do you guys have any spring or summer plans? Anything you're looking forward to with the weather getting nicer up there?
Happy birthday, Jackson.
Thank you. Appreciate that. It's coming in about like 8 days, 8,
So
9
yeah,
days.
he's gonna be 21 on his 21st. Like the 21st is his birthday, so it'll be his golden birthday.
Yeah,
Oh, hell yeah.
it'd be sick.
Right in
Hell
time
yeah.
for
Yeah,
Puya.
I'm not even like doing anything on my birthday. I'm just waiting the concert next week after that. You know, that's what I'm saving all
He's
my
gonna
energy
come down
for.
here. We're gonna go to Cowboy Jack's in pregame, and then we're gonna walk to the Fillmore.
All right,
Is that a strip
that's
club?
tough.
Cowboy Jack's is like, I've only been there once, and it was blurry because I got really hammered. But from all I remember about it is like a massive bar, dude. It's like
not
a
a strip
bar.
club, though?
It's got like 4 or 5 floors and a penthouse. It's like 3 different areas, like dance areas. Like it's huge. It's fucking astronomical. Like the bar on one of them goes from like literally one end of the building to the other, and they got like fucking 10 bartenders.
only
in there,
got-
like 10 plus.
only got
like a
one
bunch of
bartender
bar
now.
backs. They got
That's
one
the
bar.
catch.
He's like, this
He's
one guy.
running up and down this flight of
one,
stairs.
Yeah.
He's hustling. Yeah, sorry, Paul. I only go to gay stripper bars, unfortunately. So.
I'll go.
Yeah.
Those
Like,
gay 90s.
god damn.
The boys hang out with the boys. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
That's fine. We can go to one of those. I can get what I'll do is I'll get sunglasses and I'll Sharpie them out and put 2 little pen holes and blinders on it. So
All you can see is
all I can
see
see
is
is
straight
so
down.
all,
To feel around.
all I
Yeah,
can all I can see is my drink in front
Yeah.
of me. That's it.
My drink.
Oh, I can make you feel better. One sec.
I went to
No.
gay bars are fun. I went to one in New York and I blacked out hard. That was crazy.
Oh god, you don't want to black out there. Nah.
These sessions.
Fuck
I
you.
got really wife beaters there. I like it.
Wife
No, I
beater
don't really have-
Wednesday. We got to do that show.
I don't have too many crazy summer plans. Just to be outside a lot more this summer. You know, I like to go to Hartley a lot. I know it's like a white girl thing, but I
No,
do
Hartley's
like to
sick.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hartley's where you go to smoke.
Oh yeah, I go.
That's a
Dude,
good
you know,
summer idea. If
I-
we're gonna come
dude,
up. We're gonna do that.
I've smoked in Hartley several times, and at least 4 of those
Allegedly.
times I've gotten yelled at or harassed by families many times. When I'm
Really?
like, yeah, we'll go back into the woods and we'll still get harassed, and we're like, guys, you can't even smell it. Get the fuck out of here, you know? I remember one time a guy that was so drunk was falling over, was getting mad at us. And then we're like, fuck you, dude. You're drunk as hell. And he started like coming near us. Like, if you come near us, you're gonna get knocked out. We were like 16, and he did not come near us after that. There's like 6 of us. We're like, get the hell away from us. No. But other than that, okay, that is my summer plan. I'm gonna harass families in Hartley. Other than that, I don't got any.
You're gonna threaten to knock people out.
Yeah.
What are you doing on my trail? You want to
Yeah.
get fucking knocked out?
Yeah. There's a toll here. There's a toll to pay.
I don't have any plans though. Nothing outside, at least. I have to buy a
It's
suit.
too-
Ivan.
Yeah.
New suit. Buy a new
Oh, yeah.
suit.
Oh yeah.
Nice new
rings.
suit.
Yeah.
Ricky's cool new suit. Is that for the wedding?
Yeah.
You're gonna get
Nice.
tailored.
Yep.
You should get a
Nice.
Bruce Buffer-esque suit.
Bruce, who I don't know.
The announcer for the UFC. It's always got the
No.
fire suits.
No.
You should get a Joker suit with the grenades in the lining, you know, with the
Purple.
pin. Just in
Yeah.
case.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
So no, someone at the wedding's like, I object or whatever, and you're just like, and you got all the grenades on the string. You open this.
What's that?
Now let's yeah, wait, what?
Yeah.
Well, Rick's being a little bit of a prick because he won't let me wear this when I stand up there.
I told you you
Oh
could.
my god.
You know, he said no, or I could have my
I
phone
told
up. You know,
could.
you know, on
It's on
TikTok.
video now. Wear it.
Vlogging it the
No.
whole
Oh, I
time.
can.
Wear it.
Yeah, wear it. Do it.
Whoa.
He's watching VR
whoa.
porn during your ceremony.
Yeah.
He's like, this is awesome.
This is sick.
VR
Good
chat with my
wedding.
furry girl.
He's gonna be up there. He's gonna.
Yeah.
He's chubbing out. Whoa.
No, I like the new memes where it's like, you know, on TikTok, if you're watching like some show, they have like Minecraft speed running on the bottom, whatever. I want Rick to just pull his phone, watch Family Guy, and be like, boring wedding.
Yeah, born ass wedding. Yeah, my mind is as fucked.
I plan on ripping that thing a lot this summer in my free time.
Nice.
You're
That's
gonna
my
hurt
plan.
yourself. I'm calling it.
Oh, you're
Probably.
definitely gonna at some point. You
Or
gotta
get
take
mugged.
a nasty spill. You gotta break her in.
I don't know. I might try to get my carry permit this summer.
Hmm.
That'd be an interesting task.
You should have
I
like
just
a,
don't want to spend the money. It's just like it's like $500, and it's like I have to go take classes and
you should do
The
it.
nice thing, if you have it though, is it's like without having to say, it's equivalent of telling, if you get pulled over, it's equivalent of telling a cop you're a Boy Scout. Just may conceal.
I'm on
Is it?
your side.
Yeah, because it's not easy to get. If you're a shitter, you can't get it.
yeah.
Mhm.
So it's basically just being like, hey, no, I've never been a shitter, and
Yeah,
here's my
here
license.
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's
I don't
actually
have it on me.
it's a good way to look at it, though. It's not a bad point.
No, I always thought about that. It's like, yeah, if I get pulled over and obviously I have my permit and I'm gonna carry it all the time. It's just gonna be like, yes, first thing I'm gonna tell a cop is like I'm armed and like here's my card and my registration and stuff. Yeah, how to inform an officer you're holding a handgun. Yeah, right.
Here's my wallet, so it's
Yeah.
faster.
You should put your wallet in your holster, Paul, so you're ready to go with both.
Do you think what would be the best course? I guess I could ask my uncle, but I'm wondering if you get pulled over, should you put your gun on the dashboard or should you show him the card and then be like, now I'm going to grab it and put it there?
You don't touch it until they tell you what to do with it. Basically, it's just like you inform them that you do have a firearm in the vehicle if you do, and that you're licensed to carry it. And then he's probably gonna ask you to get your license, registration, and your carry permit, and you're just gonna be like, all right, you vocally tell him where it is, and then he's probably gonna ask you, where is the handgun, usually is what they're gonna say, or where is the weapon, and you tell them where it is, and then depending on that, like where it's placed, things change. Majority of the time, I think it's like, if it's in your glove box or like under your seat or something, he's gonna just have you put your hands on the wheel, or like you unlock the car door and he'll go around and like grab it, like that's usually what happens.
It's funny you say, I literally watched a video of an instructor that gets pulled over carrying, and they didn't even take it out of his like pants or his fucking belt or whatever. They're just like, don't reach. It's pretty much it.
Yeah, it really depends on kind of what you run into. There's a dude that literally, because in some states, I mean, like, I don't think there's a limit to how many guns you can carry once you have a concealed carry permit. So there's a dude, there's this black dude that gets stopped at a gas station. He's got a fucking plate carrier on with the handgun in the vest. He's got one in his like, you seen this? He's got one in his like his boot, and the cops are just cool. He's like, yeah, just don't reach for it, man. Like that was it. They were just like I don't know.
He's got a GTA loadout.
Basically.
Yeah. It's going rating.
But like, I don't know. My girlfriend's grandma, she's got she lives in Arkansas, super southern, like Bible thumper, right? And she carries like 3 revolvers. Like there's one in the car, there's one in her purse, and there's one on her fucking ankle. And she's got like a fucking 357 in her ankle. I'm like, what the fuck you doing with that, Granny? You're gonna blow someone away.
Gonna blast you, dude.
Yeah.
Way to out your grandmother. What the hell?
And then she's got a shotgun right behind the door. Like she's well equipped.
She's ready to go.
Oh,
I know I'm robbing her.
I want the 12 gauge. It's on your bed. I forgot what it's called. The headboard.
You push up on
you
it.
lay down, push it. Yeah, you're like, welcome.
See, I'm gonna do the same thing, but I just want to have an AR or something up there. Shotgun's good too. Well, you got to think about it. If someone's busting into your room, the only time you're gonna need that, like, you'd want a shotgun probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can scare them for sure, even if you don't hit them.
Reagan's breath in it, light up the room.
Oh, you'll hit it. Depending on how big your goddamn bedroom is. You put buckshot in that motherfucker, you're gonna hit it.
All I got is my defense. Someone busts into my room is my throwing hammer. That's all I got. That misses, I'm fucked.
You got your bat with the saw on it.
I'll be good. I just gotta get to the door and I'm fine. It's game over.
Wait, you got the saw bat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just gotta get to the door.
You got the axe.
Yeah.
Break into my house, suck my dick, call me gay.
Yeah.
No, Rick, it's funny you sent me the police thing about my handgun. That was like 3 or 4 years ago. I think they're just recircling it. But yeah, so the handgun I own, the Sig Sauer P320, I think it's a P320 or P365. I always forget, but it's an M18. It's what the military uses right now. It's on contract. A lot of law enforcement agencies use it too. And like Wisconsin police departments, like, we're getting rid of it because it was going off like randomly. Like the gun would just go off. So that's not cool, right? Sig basically was like recalled all the gun. Like you could bring it in, they'd give you a free upgrade or a like gun, like if you didn't want that model again. But they fixed the issue. And I think what they found is like if it was dropped on the but now like literally 4 safety like mechanisms have to fail. But if it was dropped like on the back of the slide, it had like a chance of going off. Now though, like I've seen the breakdown of it, like how they fixed it and whatever. Like a dude took apart the gun, you can see the little pins and everything, and like how they reslotted things. You literally have to have 4 safety mechanisms fucking fail or something like that for it to like just go off if you even dropped it. But like people were saying, there was a big lawsuit against them because people were saying like, well, you lied. You said it passed all these tests, and it did pass the tests though. because there's like an actual firearm, like I can't remember, like starts with an N, but some agency that like they have to all go through testing before mass production. Like it's like it includes like vigorous drop tests, like heat tests, like, you know, like it being in like a fucking box on fire or some shit, like if it will discharge, like all types of shit, because like that's literally, the guns are only supposed to go off if you pull the trigger, right? So but so that's like really interesting. But no, that's what I worry about, like, oh, I gotta, you know, like I hope mine's one of the good ones, but it's also like they fixed all of them and recalled every single one of them like 3 years ago, so I'm not too worried about it. Plus, like, I don't know, it sits in there, like I'm not carrying it right now, so I'm less worried, you know. It just fucking goes off until I get my conceal. Yeah. Also, too, though, like I also wonder with some of those like discharges, like a lot of police departments get hand-me-down shit. Like they get decent funding, but they're not all getting brand new holsters all the time, and like that's something military. I guess. Yeah, and I guess that's something that's really important with guns. And this is like one thing you hear, like if you're gonna carry, get a holster, and as soon as it shows any signs of wearing, like, you know, like a nice leather holster starts showing wearing from you putting it in and out, get a brand new holster. Because any little indentation or thing that's formed to the gun could just accidentally bump that trigger, man. Especially if you're carrying with one in the chamber, like most people are, and then it goes off. Then you have a problem. So I don't know. I just think a lot of those police departments also had probably shitty ass old holsters that 4 other fucking cops used before them. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Oh, well, yeah. Like anything like that is like fucking not good. It didn't make SIG look good, but then they still got the military contract, which was odd. And they in the Marines, I think, and stuff are still carrying them.
I mean, they're thoroughly tested now, right? So it's probably
100%.
You know, it's like it makes sense to me that the military has it now, because it's like in 2012 Target got hacked. They told everyone, and people were like, "Well, I'm not going to Target then." Target was by far the most secure company for the longest time after that.
Yeah,
because they prioritized it.
Oh, T-Mobile gets hacked like once a year. Don't worry.
It reminds me of this.
Yeah, I always hear about that.
This short or like reel I saw on Instagram today where some guy's getting interviewed on the street. I can't remember what the question was, but the guy's like, "Oh yeah, like one of probably the worst things I do is whenever acts of terror or horrible things happen somewhere,
I saw that.
I go on vacation there." Like he immediately goes after.
That's cheap.
He's like, the security's great, it's cheap, it's super safe.
He's like, when Cabal like beheaded those 2 teenagers, like, I went there, man. Guess how many people were on the bus there? One.
The hotel room, $300 a night. It was $30. Yeah,
it was $30. Yeah, security's tight. It's good. It's like, it's safe. I'm like, well, you're not wrong. You know, you're really not wrong. That man's traveling. He's a genius, dude. I'm gonna do what he does. Let me know if you guys are hearing about any terrorism acts. I'm gonna go there.
Go to Ukraine.
Yeah.
Bet you the hotels
it's really,
really
cheap, dude.
over there.
The hotels giant. They charge you nothing.
Until it gets shelled.
Yeah.
Look at Airbnb.
Yeah, Airbnb Ukraine. Yeah, let me find one.
Did you guys hear about that? The guy that got shot because he had a gun in his pocket when he went into an MRI machine.
No.
The MRI triggered his gun.
I'm not surprised. It just pulled the
or anything.
What an idiot! Why would you go in there with?
Don't they have any like security precautions?
Don't they literally say like anything metal on you?
Yeah.
It's a hospital.
It's
a hospital. They say no guns.
Yeah, well, that too.
You're right.
Well, here's
you taking away my Second Amendment.
Here's the thing about that. Here's the thing about those no gun signs. At least in Minnesota, and I'm pretty sure this is right. They don't mean jack shit. Like as far no, it's literally it's like gun-free zone. Like, please don't bring guns here. But there's literally like nothing illegally that can happen to you should you get caught with one. So like casinos and stuff too. They'll like ban you or tell you like you can't come back. You know, but yeah, so like that's what I always thought was interesting is like gun-free zones, but it's like schools are obviously different.
Yeah, there's
like they're
laws.
Actually like you will go to jail.
Yeah, they wouldn't let me bring the gun into the psych ward, so fuck them. You know, they're violating my rights. I'll never understand that.
That makes sense to me though, because when we were in school, there was a bully-free zone. And I was like, it's not working.
Yeah, it's not working at all.
This is bullshit.
This is bullshit.
No one stopped me yet.
We used to have back at middle school, we used to have bully boxes where like little black boxes where you could put a note in and be like, yo, this kid stole my lunch, you know, get him in trouble. And we used to just write out. Yeah, Stitch box. We used to just write foul shit and draw like disgusting shit and just put it in the box. Like I think one of my buddies printed off like a picture of like a pussy and just put it in there, and like they couldn't figure it out because it's all anonymous. Man, that shit was so fun. I want to see the look in the face of the staff member that opened it, and it was like, this is great. This is awesome.
Who's the guy that shot Trayvon Martin? Do
I don't know who that is.
What was that
Some
guy's
Zimmer.
name?
I thought.
George Zimmerman, right? George
No.
Zimmer?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. One of the most fucked up.
Why?
Ryan rested, God bless his soul. But Ryan, like at the movie theater, there was this. He had to put up a display. You know, Ryan was the assistant manager there at the movie theater, and he had to put up this display. That was like, I think it was a big Marvel movie just came out, and it was like, put your favorite hero up on the wall, and it had like a little crayon box, and the kids could like take these colored squares and write their hero on it and put it up on the wall. And Ryan pulls me aside before we go out for a smoke and skate, where like he would pull me out of the kitchen and we'd go outside, smoke a cig, and skate behind the deck. And he's like, look what I did. And he points up, and it's like under the My Hero, and he wrote like a kid in crayon George Zimmerman. And it's up there with like Iron Man and all these other like fucking heroes. And I was just like I was laughing so hard. Like I think about that time to time. It makes me chuckle. It's so fucking horrible.
That's awesome.
Well, didn't Five Guys have like some sort of like chalkboard in the back, or they'd have like even little note cards you could put up?
Mm-hmm.
I thought every time I went there was something fucked up I always put up there.
Yeah. It's like, this is foul.
This is foul.
That's
Like
something
my burger.
that sounds like a Ryan thing, man. That's funny. That brought me back when he said smoke and cig, where he'd take you out of the kitchen, because he'd do that to me. It wasn't even like an option. It'd be like, we're going outside, you know?
He'd literally come back, because it's funny.
Yeah.
It's hard to take him seriously. You know, he's got his long hair. He's in a suit and tie, or like he's really
right?
dressed up
Yeah.
nice. He's like, I need to see you out back really quick. Skate and sig, all right?
Yeah.
And like he'll be like really serious about it.
Yeah, dude. He'll come up, mother's milk. Where is it?
That's what he
and
calls it.
That's what he would refer to my vape, was mother's milk back then. All the time. Fucking great. And what I loved about it too is none of the other coworkers are in on it. So there's just like mother's milk, and I walk away with him for 10 minutes to come back.
What the fuck?
He's like, what the fuck? What's going on?
People are confused about our
they're like,
antics.
"Hey, what is that? It's mother's
gonna-
milk.
Go to HR.
Yeah. The HR at that
There's
movie
ours.
theater was the manager. He did
Non-existent.
not give
Yeah.
a
Oh, yeah.
fuck.
Sean, yeah, was his name? Yeah, he didn't give a fuck. Remember that one time when I was trying to be a good employee? I literally asked, like, yo, Sean, what can I do? He's like, I don't know, go watch a movie for a little bit till it's time to clean a theater. I'm like, all right. I did it. He didn't give a fuck. That's funny.
The theater was wild.
Good,
It
yeah,
was an
good
interesting
times.
place to work. I hated it.
It was.
But it
I
was
hated
Yeah,
it.
I-
It's a love hate.
I had so much fucking. It wasn't a job. I had so much fucking.
Yeah.
AJ, we just bullied AJ. Hey AJ, I'm
Really?
leaving. AJ,
I
you're
didn't
probably
know you
gonna
worked
cut
there.
2 people, right? Yeah. Okay, me and Dane are gonna go now. Someone
Oh, I
else could
remember
be
that,
ushers.
dude.
Does he
I
still
wanna be
work
there.
there?
I
I
think
have
he
no
left when
fucking
I was
idea.
working there.
Dane did.
Maybe I'm
Or
wrong.
AJ?
Yeah.
Well, good for him. I know
Dane.
he got his
Yeah.
degree. I just didn't know what he was gonna do.
I remember
with
him.
it.
He was cool to me.
Dane.
There's yeah, pretty sure.
That's nice.
Yeah, no, he was cool.
He hated
There's
me for
another
a very long
kid that I
time,
can
and then he was
Kyle,
cool
I
with
think
me.
was his name.
Doesn't
then-
like me.
Yeah.
He doesn't like
well,
you. He hates Paul.
Well, he
Ah,
used
whatever.
to hate me. I think I'm okay terms with
It
him.
was so
Mhm.
funny. It was so fucking funny. It was the funniest shit. Dane was stuck in the car with Paul for 6 hours basically,
He didn't like me because
and
I was
both of
funny.
you guys. Yes, both of you.
He's
And it
jealous
was
of
so
how funny I
fucking
was.
funny that he absolutely was, because he's not quick on his feet.
Yeah, gotta be quick.
So he was he was super insecure, and it was really funny. At least for me.
He like threatened
like,
to like
"You're
hurt
pathetic,
me,
dude."
and I'm like,
Yeah, I know. And I remember I just laughed.
I
was
remember
like,
I was like, okay, like,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, okay.
all right.
you fucking manlet. Shut up.
I
Right.
never remember him being a physically intimidated person, even when I was
No,
16.
I also wanted to
so-
be like, Dane, you stink. Take a fucking shower every once in a while, maybe. You know?
God damn.
That costs money.
That's funny, Paul. I didn't know you had beef with him, because he was always really cool to me. Like, he
It's
had no problems with
because
him.
once he worked at the theater for a while, left, came back, and when he came back, like, he didn't really say like we were cool, but he just like because I hung with like Ryan, everybody else there, he just like was just like nice to me, and it was all good.
Yeah.
And then I actually saw him at Michael's show, I think. That one that you couldn't make it to, Rick, that last one, that concert. And I ran into him and he just said, "Hey, Paul," that's it. Like nothing else. Didn't really. So I don't know. It's he's an interesting character. That's for sure.
Did you guys ever work with the blonde-haired Ryan that was the same height as the other Ryan, who's blonde? Remember that guy? Nah, it must be after your guys' time. That
it
guy
was like
cool.
right after. It was like he got hired.
You
like
should
right
have
towards
worked there
the
with
end.
him. He was literally just Ryan, except with blonde hair and more of a hick.
Yeah,
but he was all right, dude. He would always tell me he'd come in off of coke benders all the time, and I just thought that was fucking hilarious. Shout out you real quick, Ryan.
I hope you're still alive.
Yeah, I hope you're still alive.
Still doing coke benders.
Yeah.
Theater was a ton of fun though. That was
No, it was. We
me
fucked
and
around
Nick
a
would
lot.
work the fucking concessions, and we would be geeking out because I don't know why we thought it was so fucking funny, but we did, right? Get the person food, right? And then Nick would be like, "Hey, see you tonight." Right?
Yeah,
Be like, what? Oh my god, that was the era of have a sad cum, brother.
Yeah.
Right.
God, I wish
Yeah.
I'd never lost all that footage I had on that GoPro.
You had a lot of theater footage or what?
I borrowed Rick's GoPro when Nick, Ryan, and I went to the Mall of America, and we
Oh,
filmed
okay.
a lot, like, of vlogging, and then, like, my external hard drive just, like, stopped working, and I lost. It's all on there still, but it's, like,
It's a
corrupt.
shame. It's a damn
Data
shame.
Had
recovery.
to retrieve it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's, like, a lot of money, man.
It is.
They
It
scalp
is.
the fuck out of you for those memories.
I'm scared what they're gonna find. I see.
No, not really. I just don't really want to pay like up to $1,000
know,
for them to
I
rebuild
know.
my drive or whatever the fuck it is. And I think that the fucking some of them are now charged by the gigabyte they restore. Like, how much of your data do you want?
Yeah, really. How much do you
That-
need?
Doesn't that kind of make sense? Because now I don't know if it was Ford, but if you don't pay your car, they can, like, after 4 months, just drive itself to the impound lot.
That's
I think
true.
it was
Yeah,
Ford.
they'll repo themselves.
Yeah,
See you
they'll
later.
they'll repo
Yeah.
themselves. And it's like,
Yeah,
oh
that's
fuck.
That's awesome.
You
I
just
think
put
it's
it,
really funny.
you put it in a box. You bought
Yeah.
you weld it in. It's like
Weld
Cage.
it's just destroying itself.
Put up on blocks.
It's just spinning out.
Yeah.
It's burning the tracks and the fucking wheels fall off.
I think the nice thing they said they wouldn't do it during the week so he can work to pay them, but on the weekends they'd do that. Or it'd lock
It's not
itself
confirmed
out on
till
weekends.
2026 though.
Oh.
They have
That's
the patent.
That's like when BMW, this lady, this pregnant lady, it was just fucked up. She got carjacked, beat up, and then ran over by her own BMW car, right? And you have to pay $5 a month to get BMW like camera coverage because they already have it in there, like 360 cams, like
Oh, yeah.
Teslas. And the police are like, "Give us the footage," and they're like, "Nah, you got to give us $5, or we're not giving you the footage so we can catch these people." They refused the cops
Jeez.
footage of an old lady getting carjacked. And as
Jesus
far as I know,
Christ.
they didn't relinquish it. They said she's got to pay the $5 or she gets that footage. Where's your $5?
Jesus
How much is
Christ.
it worth to you? You're pain and suffering, you know? Whoa, slow your roll there, buddy. You didn't pay your $5 minimum. You ain't getting shit from me. Hilarious.
That's wild.
Well, guys,
Yeah.
we're a little over an hour and a half. Should we call it a show?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Any topics anybody wanted to cover before we go?
I think I
Ban
need-
AI.
Ban AI? Yes, definitely
Ban
ban
AI.
AI. I think it's bad.
Yeah.
What about the party rock anthem? I'm sorry. What'd you
Yeah.
say about
Yeah,
AI?
why is Party Rock Anthem on the list, Jackson?
Because I put it on there because it literally came up as and recommended on YouTube, and I wanted to die. It hurt me inside, dude. Just the way people were dressed. Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Oh yeah, I watched it. I watched it like 5 times. I just could replay over and over again.
The
It's
YouTube
good.
poops of
It's
those
fun.
were great.
All the comments are in Spanish. It's the Spanish people that
Yeah.
all those South Americans love that shit. They're all over. They're all about
Num, num,
all
num,
about
num.
that. Yeah. Takes it back.
All right,
The
everybody.
Latinx. I love it.
Gutterball 43. Thank you so much for listening, the support. Links to all the socials, as you know, down in the description below via the link tree. Jackson's still uploading shorts, killing it. We've been really lacking on the streaming front. We've been really
We'll
busy.
get on it.
Jack's got into
Don't worry.
boxing, and I don't know, we've
Yeah.
been busy, but we're trying to get back to gaming. But anyways, yeah, that's it.
Signing
Thank you for
off.
coming on, Rick and Jack. Really
Thanks
pleasure
for having
having
me
you
on.
guys on.
First
Second
double
time,
guest.
first double guest. Went great.
Yep.
Anyways, everybody have a great weekend. Gutterball 43.